Children of Israel, children of Israel. So today we're going to be looking at the Qumran scrolls, which is the original text that was taken in Qumran, an area within the Bantu countries, right? So now those original texts that were written in the same language the Heavenly Father wrote with his finger in Daniel 5:25, and his son yelled on the cross in 9 hour, right? That's the same language that those Qumran scrolls were written in, but then later on translated into English. I know the pagans put the timing all wrong, saying it's 1,000 years ago. No, that was not 1,000 years ago when this happened. Okay, so those Qumran scrolls, when they were translated into English, a lot of mistranslation happened. A lot of text went missing. So today we're doing a side-by-side comparison in the original text, starting with the Leviticus to see what was missing. Starting with chapter 2, burn on its memorial. That's what the original text said. That's the Bantu language on the closer side, right? It says burn on its memorial, which means everything has to be burned on the day of its relevance, of the memorial day, right? But now the English translation says you shall burn the memorial of it. How you burn the memorial of something? I mean, it don't even make sense. Like they didn't understand what they were translating. So if you read English, you don't understand the Bantu language, you'll miss that you shall burn something on the day it's relevant. You don't refrigerate it, postpone nothing. Okay. Here's another one. Flat little breads. That's what the original text was saying, right? That's the original text I'm translating for you. But now the English says wafers. There's nothing about wafers over there. Flat little breads are flat little breads. It should have read exactly like that in English. Not wafers, because they're trying to accommodate all these pagan wafers and all. No, it's flat little bread. Boom, that's it, right? So you bake it, you flatten it out, and you fry it, whatever you do, but it's flat cakes, flat little breads. That's what it is. That's what the original text said, not wafers. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Next one. Now, this whole 1920-21 is completely mistranslated. 21 is talking about meat. Now, the fat, only the fat part is isolated from the sacrifice. Only the fat, and underline that part, only the fat part is the one that's put as a sacrifice, not the full animal. Now the English translation is talking about the full animal is put on there, and no, it's only the fat, right? The animal, the meat part of the animal is not burned on the offering. It's taken outside the camp and burned outside the camp to ashes. It's not part of the sacrifice. Okay, here's another one, chapter 5. It says, if somebody else is doing something wrong, right? That's the original text I'm translating for. If you are sinning by hearing, yeah, by hearing, not you hear somebody and then you hear them later. No, because now that and is putting a different context into this, is mistranslating this, because if a soul sin and hear a voice, no, this is one or the other. If a soul sin by hearing the voice, that's the actual sin. The sin is hearing, not you sin and then you hear later. No. This mistranslation. Now here they completely missed out, took out the whole part about the hair, the full hairy goat. Why are they taking that full hairy goat? Because that's what the Heavenly Father wants. They said it must be a full hairy goat, because now these people, they worship these goats, like, so they don't want to imply that, oh, this hairy thing, that's part of the sacrifice. No, they take it out. Full hair goat. That's what that Bantu word is saying over there. But the English translation, they took it out, completely took it out, the full hair, but they just said the goat. That's it. Let's look at the next one. The li means it's, right? Not a person. You don't sacrifice a person. His refers to a person. You do not sacrifice a person. Rig off his head, rig off his neck. You don't rig off nobody's neck, or, oh, that's even criminal, right? The original text said li means a thing, right? You shall this a thing, which is that sacrifice, which is the sacrifice, which is the heifer, right? You shall, it's, which is a thing or animal. A thing or an animal is li, right? Not his. Mistranslation right there. Now here's another mistranslation. It says food, like food offering, not meat offering, food offering. That's what the original text said. Now, because some pagans are trying to make y'all eat meat, take meat into the offering and apply all that meat going on in there. No, the meat is thrown outside as burnt. Only the fat part of the meat is the one that's burned so that the Heavenly Father can smell the grill. He likes the grill smell. That's all he's going for in there. Now, the mistranslation is talking about meat. Now, the original text said food offering, like food offering, not like meat offering. Now here I'm just showing you the money within the Bantu people, right? How the shekel, even the English translation, they even kept the shekels in there. So shekels like 10 cents, right? That's the old coins over there. So you can understand the coins back in the days of Heavenly Father's days, right? So the whole, and then they had something called half gallon, right, which was 25 cents. The pound, which is $2, and then the cent, which is a penny, and then 5 shillings, 5 shekels, right, which is 50 cents, right? So that's how it is to this day, today, right? That's how it is in the Bantu areas, the coins over there. Now, this here, they took out the mene, they took it out because it has a reference to Daniel 5:25. So they don't want you to understand that mene means hypocrite, right? So they took the whole writing out in English when they translated. So the Heavenly Father said, Gogumenes, which means by hypocrisy, right? But now because they said no, mene, it means wait before something else. They mistranslated mene, right? You remember Daniel 5:25. Now here they have to now account for that. Oh, they're like, okay, they rather delete the whole menes because it's going to imply hypocrisy, which they don't want you to understand. All right. Here, fellowship, pledge. Heavenly Father said, if you pledge, you pledge by something, right? You have it, whatever you pledge by, right? You say, okay, I'm gonna give you this if I lose, or I'm gonna give. It's not gambling, but it's a pledge, right? I'm gonna take something from you, but I pledge with this to show that I'm gonna bring it back, right? But if you deny that pledge, you say, no, you didn't give me nothing, so I don't owe you nothing, right? That's the sin that this is talking about. Not fellowship. This person in English, he did not understand this at all. It's pledge, pledge, right? Here again, this is talking about food. Kuka is food, not meat. But the English translation is gonna say meat because they're trying to imply this whole you gotta eat meat, you gotta meat, you gotta bring meat into the whole equation because the Heavenly Father said, meat outside the temple, it must be outside the camp, burned to ashes, but only the fat. Let me repeat that part. Only the fat. Now, here, this is something else about the cake offering, the food offering. It's like food, not meat, but the pagans put meat in there. So, people, you need to understand what you're reading. Okay.